Vram is really trying to style on these fools. Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about episode 18 of Kamen Rider Gavv. So I start with, surprisingly, kind of weirdly enough, at the end of the last episode, like it starts like the same thing like last episode where Vram transformed, and then same thing for last time when it's just fight between him and our two other riders, all the way up to the same thing. Like nothing changes. Like it's pretty weird that nothing changes between the two scenes. And I was just wondering if there was a mistake or something, or maybe they just ended it like that in the last episode, because I kind of dragged the episode down a little bit, that nothing interesting happened or anything different, any different camera angle or anything, except for the fact that the important is that Shoma tried to turn into the caking form in order to fight against Vram. As after the intro, which we pretty much a lot, almost 4 minutes of the episode, which pretty much almost nothing other than a recap filler thing, he uses some of the whip power to make some of his pawns until Vram prepares his finisher by trapping the pawns in a flange until he charges up his little rider power, which is this time going to be a rider punch, and just punches through the flange with the two pawns, killing them, shocking Shoma as 12 left as well. As Gavv comes in, praising Lage, calling him Kamen Rider Vram. So he has an in-universe explanation of why he's called Vram now. I explained how he based the power on Shoma's own Gavv. As Shoma says his name, as Hanta actually hears it, thinking that he's one of the higher up. As Gavv is glad to have met Hanta, which obviously because he's friends with Suga, so he wants to see how Hanta has struggled and also how much he improved. As Hanta tried to shoot but failed to actually land a hit on Gavv, as Lage protects him. As they take their leave, as Shoma wonders how Lage was made and how the driver was made. We see our two riders talking in some stairway, worry about how more people will probably be hurt if he's not stopped sooner or later, as well as the fact that maybe more people like Vram will be coming up and actually making their life difficult to rescue people as well. I actually want to think about how it's actually Gavv's turn after, killing Sheeta. It's time for his turn to actually take a swing at Shoma. I have to question Shoma about knowing Gavv himself, as he grills him to actually tell him everything, as Shoma actually tells him a little bit more information about how the dark treats are made, how Stomach Inc. are actually the ones who manufacture them and distribute them. As Shoma also explained how the Stomach Inc. are run by the 5 siblings, which he named them all, and that they're a family, with Hanta thinking that Lango is the CEO, which Shoma agreed that Lango is the CEO, followed by the other siblings underneath him. As Hanta pretty much worried how strong they are, remembering that he met the woman with a scythe, as Shoma confirmed that it actually is Glota, which, pretty funny thing that Glota just whoops Hanta in a flashback with no effort at all, not even transforming. As Shoma said that, it was her, as Hanta thinks that now knows why Shoma tried to stop him, which kind of true, but also at the same time doesn't want him to figure out that Shoma is also a stomach. So stopping him from infiltrating the CEO, as they're just too strong, and he can't really do anything about it at the moment, and Hanta still wants revenge for their mom. And a pretty nice moment between the two of how they tried to do each other for their mom, as they start to focus on where Chuel is. But before that, Hanta's still trying to act if Shoma remember anything from his mother being compressed, and also still, being impressed that he escaped from the Stomach family. As Shoma just remembered that his mom being compressed and actually breaking free from the restraint, just without any explanation. Saying that he doesn't remember at all. And Hanta pretty much said that the brain sometimes tried to protect us from trauma, which I guess is going to be a little bit foreshadowing. Same thing because how Dente said the same thing like a couple episodes ago. And Dente explained to Shoma that the brain tried to protect itself from PTSD. But anyway, as they start to try to make a plan in order to capture Chuel. Meanwhile, we see Gavv and Lage meet with Suga as he shows him the Vram driver, impressing Suga, as well as actually saying how he's also impressed by the Gochuso that he created. But it's also interesting that the Gochuso didn't disappear at all. So it kind of like is the taking Gochuso. It's also multiple uses. Asking Lage is actually the rider, as Suga is just happy to see a Granud in person without any danger, as he considered Gavv more of a research buddy rather than actually a Granud. As Suga plays with Lage a little transformation gear, seeing how he makes the human disguise it, but I just wonder if he's foreshadowing, maybe he's gonna make something for Shoma and Hanta to have disguises as well, because he's playing way too much and too much focus on the camera to make it seem like, Suga will be planning something with the transformation gear, maybe make his own in the future. As Gavv and Lage leave, as he tells Lage that it's actually okay to kill the rider if it's necessary, as they go their separate ways. We see Chuel trying to set another person in his sight in order to catch his scarf, but then the person just runs away from her, and other people say it's actually her from like the badly made drawing from the internet, and actually also run away, as Chuel questions what's going on. And we have to go back to the base of our two riders and Amande. And Amande sees the badly made drawing on the internet saying that to avoid the woman at all costs because actually a monster's trying to kidnap people. At Hanta and Shoma go in there to look at the photo. And pretty funny little scene. They actually revealed that they were the one that actually drew the image. That Hanta doing more of his art skill once again. Kind of the same thing that you actually see, all the way back from episode 1. He had the drawing of the red Gavv monster thing. So the Monday realized that she almost got kidnapped herself, and I also worried that she would have been kidnapped if it wasn't for Shoma coming in. I also wondered if Takeshi was actually kidnapped as well. The Monday remembers that there was a strong breed that actually made her follow the scarf all over the place, probably leading her to another area. And with everybody thinking that that's how Chuel is kidnapping people. It makes sense because he's kind of like a bird. After that, we see Chuel is on a room with Lage, complaining about not getting any dark treat at all, and just worrying that she's never going to eat them ever again. I like it as they are worth it, as Chuel actually say that they are. Say that they're the best food in the world, explaining how stimulate their stomach and their heart, as well as make them feel joy. We pretty much basically say that, yeah, they're pretty much our allegory to addiction, which, you know, with substance. I don't know if I can say the D word here on YouTube. Yeah, just addictive substance. I'd like to remember a flashback fighting with somebody, not getting dark treat, as they actually wanted to do something to get dark treat, with Lage trying to stop them. And I thought it was actually his son or something like that. Looking at the credit as well, the cast revealed that it's not actually his son. Apparently, it's actually Lage's younger brother. Not going to mention anything right now. Probably next episode, going to be more focused. Thanks to the preview, they're going to be more focused on him. But for now, it seems like the casting revealed that it's actually a younger brother. Not sure much about that, but interesting that Lage actually remembers something about his past. Chuel decided to just turn into his monster form in order to hunt down for humans instead and leave. I'm going to get new info about Chuel's location, but before she can actually get the news for where they are, there actually is a big news coverage showing that there's a big wind happening in the city. As they realize actually Chuel and Hanta and Shoma go to the area to figure it out, and they actually start to be dragged by the wind. And they actually have to hold on to some railings to make sure they don't fly away. And we actually see Chuel actually gathering all the people in an area in order to compress them. As Shoma realizes that he can actually use this advantage and actually let go in order to transport both of them to Chuel as they ride the wind, that they land in front of him as they prepare to fight against Chuel. But not before Lage comes in as a bodyguard in order to fight against our rider, as they all transform into their rider form. And pretty cool to see Lage little henshin pose, with it just, you know, pulling on his hair, twisting a little bit of curly hair before saying henshin and then transforming. Also a pretty cool primary and secondary rider transformation. Really cool, I love that. Seeing more primary and secondary riders transform together. They all fight one another. Pretty cool fight scene, but it's more of Lage disrespecting both a rider, you know, landing a wooden thing on Shoma, trying to land him on the ground. Like, it's pretty disrespectful, pretty funny. And Hanta stops Lage from acting interfering with Shoma. Shoma goes out to fight against Chuel, deal with him. And Vram finally makes his own weapon, which is unfortunately the cursed weapon of Kamen Rider, a bow and arrow called the Vram breaker. Honestly, the bow and arrow looks cool. I love the colors. I love how it's based on Lage's little color, but still, it is the cursed weapon, so I don't expect something bad gonna happen to Lage now in the future. But judging by his past in the flashback, yeah, definitely something bad gonna happen to him. Alright, it's a video. He's gonna die, guys. Anyway, he blasts at Shoma, allowing Chuel to escape. As Shoma decides to chase after Chuel, and Hanta stays behind, grabbing on Lage in order to fight against them alone. Shoma chases after Chuel as he actually turns into Fuamelo in order to actually, interestingly, finally use some of the sound effects. Like he taps on his little marshmallow to make sound effects in order to ride on top of them in order to chase after Chuel, before he just blasted off and falling down to the ground. As he fights Chuel, and a really cool scene as he turns into Zaku Chip form in order to fight against him. Does a cool move by throwing his sword at Chuel that he allows him to blast it, to break sword, hit the wall, and show him to hit the sword thing with his foot to the wall in order to regrow the sword and actually stab through Chuel, which actually looks really cool. I love the shot. As well as leading to a really cool one-take fight scene between Chuel and Shoma. It looks really cool. I love the fight scene. I really do love the action in this show. Anyway, he prepares his finisher, but Chuel manages to avoid it and then tries to escape before Shoma transforms into his kicking form once again and uses his sword to shoot whipped cream at Chuel in order to make him land to the ground full of his whipped cream. And I pause. I know it looks dirty, but shut up. Get your mind out of the gutter, guys, including me. But anyway, he prepared his finisher, acting to give up on treat or die. As Chuel say that he'll never give up on treat and that he'll collect more human to enjoy the stimulant of the dark treat. As Shoma blasts through him, finally killing him once and for all. As Chuel drops some people they collected. Shoma looked through them, but then is shocked to find out that Takeshi is not one of them, thinking that he was already shipped to the factory. Maybe think that my last episode comment was true, that maybe the guy at the beginning of the episode was Takeshi, and that Chuel already sent him to the factory. I think it might be true that, yeah, he already been shipped away. Hanta and Lage continue to fight one another. And a really cool scene of both of them fighting one another with, Lage tried to blow up Hanta, but then Hanta tried to shoot Lage before Lage actually twists his van breaker onto the side to shoot off Hanta's gun. It's a really cool scene. I really do love the action. But before Hanta punches him, making him lose his breaker as well, they both fight each other without their weapon. As he still tried to style all over Hanta's, pretty much making Hanta create more L. I like it annoyed by Hanta's little resistance, but Hanta say that he's wondering if he's a stomach as well, which seemed to actually shock Lage, as he actually doesn't register the fact that Hanta's coming up to him and actually lands a hit on his face. So interesting that Lage also gets mad at the fact that he is not a stomach and never will be, as well as mad that he will ever be associated to them. As he actually prepares his finisher with his Vram breaker, which by inserting his pudding into his breaker. As Shoma comes in, I'm just wondering how Shoma comes in and just like doesn't actually hurry up because he sees Vram preparing his finisher and doesn't actually stop him at all. Like, come on, Shoma. You see him about to attack Hanta and you don't hurry up at all. But anyway, he prepares the finisher and he shoots multiple arrows. Really cool finisher, actually having 1,000 arrows actually attack Hanta. And I'm just wondering, Shoma, hurry up. You are literally seeing Hanta being shot by 1,000 arrows. But yeah, Hanta detransformed, gaining another L as he just knocked out from the explosion, injured once again, ending the episode. Also, pretty sure after the episode, a little preview, we actually had a little after credit showing that, yeah, the gummy coaches are jumping on the pudding coaches. So really cute. I love it. Overall, it was an okay episode. I would say that the beginning kind of dragged down the episode a little bit for me. I just wanted something else for it, but I just pretty weirded out that, yeah, it just started with the same thing from last episode. Like, the ending of the last episode just feel like to me it dragged the episode down a little bit. Like, come on. It could have been a little bit more interesting, that maybe we could add more scenes for this episode if that wasn't the case. But if that was the case, why didn't we just add that? Why didn't we end last episode with just Vlam's transformation and then start this episode with a fight? I think it would have been more interesting that way. But still, you guys still commented last episode how the last episode ended weirdly and this episode also starts weirdly. So yeah, it's a really weird decision to make. I would say Vram actually having a backstory, probably a younger brother, makes it interesting that we have to figure out more about that, especially since he had the cursed weapon, making me think that he'll probably be dead in the future or something bad will happen to him. I would say that Takeshi not here makes me wonder if maybe they're gonna finally have a feeling of failing a mission. Both Shoma and Hanta will know the feeling of, that they failed to rescue somebody and that they'll probably never see them ever again. We're just wondering what's gonna happen to everybody. Also, more in Gavv and Suga interaction. Can't wait to see, based on the preview, how Suga is gonna interact with Shoma. To see more about the interesting interactions that will happen between our primary writer and the scientist that had friends with Gavv. Overall, a good episode. Not really the best compared to the last episode. Rating wise, I give it a 6.8 out of 10. What do you guys think? Do you like the episode or do you not? What do you think about the fight scene? Also, what do you think about Lage, a little flashback? As well as the fact that Takeshi is not here. So what's gonna happen to our two writers? I'm pretty interested to see what happens from here. Leave a comment down below and subscribe for more Kamen Rider Gavv content.